Yo, what's good, boys? Welcome back to the channel for another video. I appreciate y'all taking the time to tap back in. We all knew it was coming. It was just a matter of time when this video was gonna drop. Just recently picked up a 2020 GT500. And of course, whenever I pick up a new vehicle, the car gods bless me with the vehicle, but they also humble me in a way. And we're back, boys. We're back. There's just something in the universe whenever I get a new vehicle or do something with a vehicle, it just goes wrong. If I had the answers to exactly why this happens almost every single time, I would let you guys know, but I have no idea. And when something goes wrong, most specifically with one of my cars, I jump through hoops, go head over heels, and I start developing this addicting personality to where the car needs to be perfect again, which I'm sure you guys can definitely understand. I mean, we just went through it with my 2013 Mustang GT Lucifer, but $2,000 later, the car is back. It's all repainted. It is looking so freaking good, and this was a recent episode on the channel, so if you want to check it out, there's a card that just popped up there in the corner. Run that video up after this video. But the funny part is, as soon as I got the vehicle put back together and it was finished, I literally had it for one day, and then I got absolutely obliterated by a boulder on the interstate in the 500 out of nowhere. And let's just say I got lucky in a sense. Actually, I got very lucky considering how big this rock was, but I gotta show you guys. Cruising down the interstate, chilling, windows down, listening to the music. It is beautiful outside. I see in front of me that there's this F-150, there's some other trucks and a car or two to my right-hand side, and that's about it. There really wasn't much traffic, so again, I was just kind of chilling. Literally out of nowhere, I visually see with my eyeballs the biggest rock in my line of sight, and for a split second, my brain was able to process what was about to happen, and then a split second later, it happened. It was one of those situations to where I was just in utter disbelief. So I got to the post office, and the first thing I looked at was my windshield. And you can see we have a nice crack. We actually have two impact breaks right there, and keep in mind, this was already repaired. I had it filled. I'm gonna get to that. I was mad at first, but then I was like, you know what? It's just glass. Like, it's really not the end of the world. I can just get another Ford OEM windshield. And I mean, over the years, this windshield has ultimately been already peppered by some rocks and stuff. So replacing it with new glass isn't a big deal. The annoying part now is obviously having to do that on such an expensive car, and also the fact that I just spent money to get this thing freaking tinted. So that sucked, but I chalked it up and I was like, all right, you know what? No big deal. Could definitely be worse, right? Right? Well, it was, because I looked a little bit closer and I found more damage. Then I got home and I was like, you know what? Let me look over the car just to be safe. And that's when I spotted this bad boy, which it might be a little hard to capture on camera, but if you zoom in right there, the rock did pierce through the PPF, but the PPF did its job for the majority of it. I mean, there's a tiny, tiny little speckle, and I mean tiny, tiny speckle that we did lose. But I am so freaking thankful that the PPF did its job, and this is a huge announcement to all of you all that probably have never had PPF on a vehicle. It is 1000% worth it, because this situation, like, it happens, but the size rock that I saw hit the car doesn't happen every day. Typically you have, you know, good little size rocks that get thrown up by truck tires and stuff, but this one was actually dropped out of a trailer, like out of a landscaping trailer. What I'm trying to get at is, imagine this same scenario, same time, same place, same rock, with no PPF on the car. Like, that would have been going to the paint shop. The reason I'm making this video is because, one, I have to get the car fixed, and two, we're partnering up with two awesome local companies, one that we've worked with before and one that is new to the channel. Today is the day we start this repair process and get the Shelby back to 100%, and we're gonna start with the windshield. And I have to go and give a huge shout out to Smiley's Auto Glass here in Richmond, Virginia. Colin with Smiley's Auto Glass actually came out. He drilled into the windshield in both impact spots and filled it in and did all that. So like, this was a lot worse, and just to get me by, that fix really came in clutch. Even though filling in that crack made it much, much better, I just simply, I can't leave it like that. Not on a 2020 carbon fiber package GT500. I can't leave it like that. So we're actually heading to Smiley's Auto Glass, and you're gonna see firsthand this Shelby GT500 get a brand new Ford OEM windshield replacement, and I have to thank them so freaking much. They made this whole situation much better, and I highly recommend, if you're in the local area, go to the link in the description, go check out Smiley's Auto Glass. They do amazing work. I've heard of them. I've heard about them on the radio. They've been in business for freaking decades, and they're gonna help us out today with the first step of repairing the Shelby GT500. So this thing is getting a new windshield. And later in this video, after the windshield, we are gonna be going to our second partner, Capital Autobahn. We've worked with them in the past many of times. They're gonna go ahead and strip the hood's current PPF because obviously we have a hole in it, and that hole definitely makes it an eyesore. We're gonna go ahead, touch up paint, probably sand and polish that out so it's nice and flat. Brand new piece of PPF on the hood, and it'll completely fix this issue. But I have to go and give both of those companies a huge shout out. All their information will be in the description of this video. If you're local and you have some needs for PPF or windshield replacements, check out Smiley's Auto Glass, and you can check out Capital Autobahn for the PPF. We're 1 mile away from Smiley's Auto Glass, and they actually have 2 locations. They have one in Richmond, and then they have one in Ashland. The Ashland one is closest to me, so we're gonna go meet them here at their Ashland location. Again, all this information will be in the description below. Highly recommend using them if you need a windshield replacement or even windshield repair. We got the man here. Colin, what's going on, bro? Good to see you.
This is Chris. This is my lead mechanic over here, actually. So over here we have Chris, Eddie, and a guy named Andres.
How you doing? Doing well, Derek. Good to meet you.
Probably have Derek just drive it over. I'll ride with you. Ride with me over there. This is Andres. Andres is Chris's lead help.
Good to meet you. Good to meet you.
Before we do any car, we always take photos of it before. This is a safety precaution, so we have a camera that'll take photos of every car. So he'll go in here, take photos of the A-pillars, your seats, steering wheel, I mean, every minute detail you can think of. We're trying to get it just to make sure peace of mind for everybody in the process. And then over here we have our glass racks. This is where we'll keep all of our glass. We already checked it once, but before we even put it in the windshield again, Andres usually comes over here and checks the glass. So as you see right now, when you're driving, it's in different lighting. So he's looking at it, make sure there's no chips or nothing, and then we'll clean it, make sure it's all good.
And as I mentioned, guys, we're going with the Ford glass. You will have obviously other options out there, but you know, 500 has to have the Ford glass.
This is the street tool he'll be using. He just touches it inside the glass, right? And then we'll take a little pry tool and we'll push it underneath the glass, as you're about to see in a second. We'll put it in between the A-pillar right here. You can pull it back out. So you just pull it outside the windshield. And then this is like you were asking earlier, right? Your body work going to be touched at all. This really helps prevent that, and it snugs up underneath the windshield. So you'll take it, kind of push it in with your finger or like a pry tool or something, like this pick tool here I'm about to use in a second. It kind of just sits flush underneath the windshield to the body, and you kind of just do that around the whole car, right? So you see how it's tucked into the windshield, and when it gets tight, it's not going to touch this at all. Just touch it in between the glue, the paint, and the body, and it pulls real clean and nice. He's going to pull it tight, and then the string tool kind of slowly start cutting it out. Andres will use this to put this in between your A-pillar and the string, so it doesn't have a chance of cutting your A-pillar. See right here what's going up?
Yeah, there it goes.
So you see, it's not even touching anything close to your body.
Yeah, just hitting that straight adhesive, that glue.
With our work at Smiley's, everything that we do and our craftsmanship has a lifetime warranty. So if you have any wind noise, leak, coming through your car and you noticing it after you just got a windshield done with us, you come back to the shop, let us know, we'll look at it. And if it is something we did, we warranty for life as long as you own that vehicle. So hypothetically, let's say we do Garrett's windshield, and he comes back to me a week later saying, hey Colin, I hear really bad wind noise in my windshield, what's going on? He'll bring it to us, we'll look at it, Chris and Eddie will look at it again, see what happened. And if it's something we did, we'll be like, all right, Derek, it's our fault, we'll warranty the windshield, everything else is our end, no cost to you at all. So as long as it's something that we've done before and it's our craftsmanship, we warranty 100%.
Oh wow, is this the glue?
Yeah.
Holy, that is some thick shit.
Fun, keeps your dashboard from rattling, so don't make no noise while you drive down the road.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, that glue is thick. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, it makes sense, but I mean, we could probably just leave it like this.
Hey man,
Free AC.
Chris right now, just to be extra safe and precautious, he's gonna put tape on all the sides so we don't even get close to it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And a really cool thing about, I'm assuming a lot of these newer cars, you see this little pinhole, the new windshield, the OEM ones at least. You don't really have to worry about aligning anything because you have pilot holes and you have the pins. So that is super clutch. Otherwise, you'd be fighting left and right, up and down to try and find that perfect gap on all sides. So it's another beautiful thing about, you know, OEM windshield and glass, and I'm sure there's some aftermarket glass that probably does it too, but
especially since you just got your PPF done.
I kind of want to drive it with no windshield though, boys. Maybe catch a rock to the forehead. I wonder if they do forehead repairs. Since that tape job, got all that glue out, and look at that. Factory painted roof with the PPF is mint still, so that's what we wanted. Good stuff. Got all this covered. Oh, he's a pro. Holy shit, how are you doing that?
Long time practice.
Dude, my shit would be like squiggly as hell.
So we'll scrape this off, and so one summer like, come on, run a bead, and I was.
Tell you what, I thought you guys were about to bust out a fucking hand pump caulk gun, dude. And so this will be a joint, correct? Because that's
so
exactly where it's...
He'll show you in a second how he's going to join it. And so what he's doing right now, he's joining it, so it's all one piece, so it's not going to have any water come through.
This is dialed.
Yeah.
All right, she's going in, boys. Fresh windshield. Oh yeah, look at that. Those pilot holes are probably gangster, aren't they?
That's the best thing.
Yeah. It's so crazy it took that long for companies just to be like, oh, let's just do a little 3M pilot.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, so you're just gonna be laying that.
Yep.
And then
they'll have moldings on top, so like this is a top molding, so your car doesn't have a molding, and sometimes you won't have pins. So like before we press it in, he'll walk around and make sure that side-to-side gap is the same distance.
Right.
You know what I mean? So right now, Chris is going inside with the flashlight to see there's no squeeze out. So you don't want any squeeze out. So he's just making sure the no glue came out on the inside of the vehicle. And he, like I said, it's all good. So now you just take this off, and now we just clean it, put it back together.
y'all absolutely crushed that. Look how flawless she's looking, boys. Now I'm scared to drive this thing. She is looking mint.
Here, give you a little plug, man. Fibers to
What you
clean
got
the glass
there?
for you, man.
Oh, the tough fibers?
Tough fibers, man.
Oh, shoot, see?
He ain't lying to you when he does this stuff.
Let's go. All right, boys, Smiley's did their thing on the 500. I can honestly say I am very, very pleased. OEM glass, I mean, dude, it's flawless. It is flawless. I'm super OCD, so I look at like the leveling with the roof, the pillars, and this is absolutely dialed, guys. And you just saw the process. Like, they went above and beyond, busted it out super quick, too.
We appreciate Derek for coming by, supporting local business, you know what I mean? Like this is our one location in Ashland. I don't know if you mentioned earlier, but we have our main location in Richmond. We have 3 or 4 master techs there. Eddie is actually a master tech, which means you could do anything when it comes to windshield, and you've been doing it for X amount of years. And then we have 3 or 4, we're about like 5 or 6 lead techs over there. Yeah, because we have 3 mobile services, and each mobile service has a lead and a helper on the van, so they're not one person doing the windshield. And then shop, we have 2 leads and at least 1 helper per bay to make sure everything's
And
done.
just to clarify, Smiley's is mobile, too.
Yeah, mobile. Yeah.
Come right to your doorstep.
Exactly.
Done.
Dynamic recalibration. We can do mobile, because all that is driving to reset the camera in the car. So like your Ford and Chevy vehicles, that is something we can do at your home, at your address. But if it doesn't have a camera, we'll happily come to you. We service about like an hour radius, hour and a half radius of the Richmond area. Been around since 1963. So if you're in the Richmond area, please stop by. We appreciate Derek for coming by, letting us do his call from the day.
Oh yeah, y'all crushed it, man. Y'all crushed it. All their information for both shops will be in the description of this video. Phone number, bang, right there on the screen. If you guys need something, tell them I sent you, and they're gonna take care of you. I promise you that. And I will say, worked with a company in the past on Lucifer. I was just telling them, I'm not gonna name drop it or anything, but I swear he took a crowbar, and I'll have to show you guys the damage on that. It gets hidden with the wrap, which is nice, but this thing, absolutely flawless. No complaints whatsoever. We're gonna let this cure, put it in the garage, good 24 hours. Steve's gonna come back, do his thing, blast it with tin again. And the last step, boys, getting this PPF repaired, and our incident will be concluded. So, gentlemen, I appreciate that. Thank you for your help, man. Thank you guys, thank you guys. Appreciate it, thank you. Loogie looking sick. Morning, boys. The Sega continues. This is day/part 2 of finishing up the little repairs that the Shelby GT500 needs. And today we're going to Capital Autobahn. We've worked with them in the past on many other vehicles of mine. They're gonna be removing the damaged PPF and installing new, fresh PPF, which is going to completely fix that little damaged spot. All right, we have made it. We're pulling around back right now. Good old Capital Autobahn. It's been a while since I was last here, but let's go say what's up.
We're starting to get big. We traveled like pretty
Knock,
much.
knock.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Chilling.
What's up, bro? How you doing? Yeah, there's already film on it. Smacked here and there. I put a tad bit. I had like, you can see that little chip. Yeah. I have a touch-up paint pen, but I kind of got lucky because I just pulled the rest of the film off. Within the first week of owning it, like, got absolutely smothered by a huge rock. Had just got a new windshield put in, and at first I thought it was just the windshield. So I was like, that sucks. I'll just bite the bullet. Then I was like, you know what? Let me double check the car. Got out, and I was like, you have got to be kidding me. When I first saw it, though, it was like all dirty too. So I thought it was primer. I thought it just completely took the paint. But then, not bad at all. Yeah, then I cleaned it. And I was like, oh shit, I got kind of lucky. So it's currently the next day. Just ordered an Uber. We're gonna head back to Capital Autobahn here in Richmond, Virginia. And guys, again, you can find both of these companies, Smiley's and Capital Autobahn, all their information in the description down below. Make sure if you hit them up, tell them I sent you. Very excited. It's a beautiful day out, and the 350 actually just left. So if you want to see that content, go to my second YouTube channel, Baron Vids, right down the screen. Help me reach 10,000 subscribers. We're like 600 or 500 away. And it's in this video right here where the Shelby left with the new owner. I'm feeling pretty good about it, honestly. I absolutely love the 500, and now my Raptor is paid off, so it's a win-win. So we just made it to the shop. Oh, Shelby girl over there, looking good. I'm excited to check it out, but we're gonna check it out with them. From what I've heard, the old PPF on there had quite a bit of adhesion promoter, so it was a little pain to get off on the edges and stuff.
Around those edges, I remember saying it looked like they had used, like surface prep or whatever.
Right.
But all along, especially in your scoop, it was just caked on.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right, boys, we got the new 8mm to match the other 8mm that was already on the car. We usually work in 10mm PPF here at Capital Autobahn, which is the best of the best XPEL. Again, if you want your car completely protected, you guys saw the scenario I was in. The windshield alone was absolutely smoked. But with removing that missing PPF hole, it has a tiny little chip. But I mean, it's a freaking race car, dude. This thing is gonna get driven. I drive my cars. But considering the situation and how bad of a position I would have been in if this vehicle didn't have any PPF on it, like, it would not be here right now. It would be at a freaking paint shop, and I'd be getting my brand new to me 2020 carbon fiber track package hood freaking repainted, which that would have absolutely gutted me. I've already been down that road once with the Mach 1. I wouldn't want to go through that again. So huge shout out to Capital Autobahn for making this happen, and huge shout out to Smiley's Auto Glass for replacing it with a nice OEM windshield. Loogie is back in action. We just got to get tint back on the windshield, and it'll be like nothing ever happened. But in the meantime, let's enjoy her. Smiley's and Capital Autobahn, it was an absolute pleasure working with you, and who knows, maybe we have more projects in the future. But damage and negative talk aside, guys, we actually have some modifications coming for the Shelby. We're starting off slow. We're not jumping full blown into it. right away. But make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, drop a like up on this video, and first couple of modifications are coming to Loogie very shortly. I cannot wait to dive into this car, dude. I absolutely love it. And nonetheless, it just feels really good to be back on YouTube making content for you all. So thank you so much. Make sure you go to www.toughtalk.com, go check out our detailing products. You can find that link in the description or pinned comment as well. And fellas, it was real. I will catch you guys tomorrow on Baron Vids, 8 p.m. and Wednesday back on DBP at 8 p.m. Eastern time for another video. But until next time, we'll see you later.